Hello, just gonna jump right in. I'm combing out my hair with my wooden comb, and I swear these is so much easier on my hair than any plastic one has ever been, including my wet brush. Like, this glides through it like nothing. Anyways, gonna use my Frizz Away shampoo and conditioner from the Madison brand for the first time, putting it in my routine. As you can see, I'm all washed, going in with my Amika Brooklyn bombshell spray. It's like a blowout priming spray. It helps with heat protecting and things like that. I really just like the smell, so I'll use anything Amika, but the fact that this is a heat protector was enough for me to be like, okay, I need you. And so yeah, I just sprayed that all over. And next I'm gonna go with this volume spray. I got it in a beauty subscription box a while ago, and I'm just kind of using it up to use it. I don't necessarily have any opinions on it. It's fine. I haven't noticed too much. But I'm mostly focusing on like my crown, top of my head for that, really, because that's where I want my volume, I don't really care about it on the sides or bottom. But next, I'm going to go with my Madison Bonding Time leave-in treatment, which is just kind of like a really intense leave-in conditioner. But it's like an oily kind of product, but doesn't leave your hair oily. It's interesting, but it's helped my hair quite a bit just the first few times I've used it. I had a spot that was breaking from my pillow because I don't use a satin one, and I pretty much refuse to because I slide around the bed already. And I don't want to deal with that anymore. So anyways, it was breaking off, getting all fuzzy, and this has helped it a lot. And I'm going in with Velveteen Dream from Amika next. And it just helps with any sort of little flyaways, which I have because I just have a bunch of little hairs growing out or breakage hairs, which I don't necessarily understand because I don't brush my hair when it's wet. I just started doing blowouts on myself like within the last month, but I've always had these little hairs, and I've always taken pretty decent care of my hair, so I don't really understand. Anyways, I'm using my Olivia Garden round brush, and I forget how big it is. It's around an inch, but I put all the details right there where I showed you in the video. And I have a Hot Tools blow dryer. It's just the one I have from beauty school, and it's literally the only blow dryer I've ever owned. So I plan on getting a better one, and I'm kind of debating on just like waiting until I can get a Dyson and, go full out and splurge, or if I should get kind of like a just for now better in between quality one. So I don't know. I guess let me know what I should do. I don't want to over consume, so that's why I'm on the fence about everything. But you can see my method. I'm blow drying it kind of straight first to get it just dry mostly, and then once it's dry, I'm gonna wrap it around the brush and curl it down just to give it a little bit of wave. I don't want it necessarily curly, but I don't want it straight. I'm just going throughout my whole head like that. I'm taking relatively large sections than what I probably should be taking, but if I take small sections, it's going to take me an hour, and I really don't want to spend an hour on my hair, and it honestly looks the same whether I do it smaller or not to me. So this is how I'm doing it. When I do a smaller brush, I do take smaller sections because I understand how that works, but I've noticed that this size is working the best for me for the look that I like the most, so I'll probably keep using this size, kind of the more medium size I have. I have one more larger size that I want to try, but I don't know. I like these ones so much that I'm like, I don't want to. See, I just kind of twisted it down, and I kept the heat on it to keep that little bit of texture there. And also, as I dry a section and then I go to bring down another wet section, before I let down the wet section completely, or before I even go to let that, even grab the wet section, I take a clip and, oh, there's my boyfriend coming to bother me, seeing what I'm doing. Anyways, I take a clip and I clip away that dry section because I can't feel it that well, and it gets really messy and tangly whenever I don't do that. So I've noticed that just makes it easier for me, so I do that between my wet and dry sections, and as I'm moving up my head, because it just makes it easier until I get to the very, very top section, because I can just see it a little bit better. So yeah, just going up through my head, and I'm using the same technique. It's a little bit harder on that side, so you might see me struggle a little bit, but that's why I'm practicing, because I can't get better unless I just do it. I'm also open to any sort of product or technique recommendations. Feel free to comment any videos or literally anything, any sort of guidance. I'm kind of teaching all of this to myself. Yes, I went to beauty school, but that was literally just for the sanitation and license and almost a little bit more guidance on what I need to learn. It didn't really teach me that much, but I'll get into that in a different video at a different time. That's not for today. And right here, I'm taking my blow dryer and doing a shot of cool air to make sure that my roots are all dry right there and kind of set the texture I created. And then I cut up just to the top of my head, and I'm sorry for the angle. My phone was falling. I'm doing the best with the setup I had. Anyways, I'm bringing it pretty, like, almost straight up, as far up as I can, because that's how you're going to get the volume, is that over direction. You could even bring it forward if you wanted to, but I didn't want to, so I just didn't. But you can see, like, those little hairs I was talking about earlier that are kind of like, they can make your hair fuzzy, so that Velveteen Dream really helps with that. And so yeah, I just dried it up and then twisted it down to the side, but I twisted it to the side opposite of where I'm going to part it, so it also has that over direction. And I did kind of like a horseshoe sorry, I have a fake bridge in, or a temporary bridge in right now, so it's kind of hard for me to talk. But I'm doing like a horseshoe section at the top, and the front two sections, I'm blow drying it forward, as you see here. And I just liked that volume it created right there, because it wasn't too much, but it was enough. And again, twisting it to the opposite side, my phone fell, so I was able to reset it all. And this is the very front section for me, doing the same thing, blow drying it almost like you would bangs, but I don't have short bangs. Mine blend in. And then I'm going back with the curl because that's just what was easier for my hair, and not my hair, sorry. That was easier for what my arm wanted to do. But I'm still twisting it to the opposite side because I part my hair that way instead. I don't know. I can't tell, to be honest. Not in the backwards of my camera. Taking this Amika hairspray before I comb it all out. Spraying my hair lightly. Doing a cool shot as I'm kind of like combing it out with my fingers, making sure that like all my roots are dry and everything, setting it all, combing it out as I go. And I like the texture that I ended up with. I do want to try to have ones that have more curl, but comparing this one to the ones I had in the past, my hair in the mid shafts, like kind of by my eyes, temple area, it actually has volume comparing to being just like straight. So I did something different. I'm gonna keep doing what I did today on that part. You can see the little curls in the back, just on the ends. And this is my first time using this product. It's called Tame. It's also from the Madison Reed brand. It just helps tame any sort of flyaways and like things like that. It's like frizziness, fuzziness. So you can use it before or after a blow dry, but I didn't want to load up my hair too much before the blow dry, so I used it after. And here we are. Here's my little finished blowout. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe.